Works had Alhaji Hassan, who was supposed to have stolen 75 billion or something and misappropriated funds while awarded contracts illegally. Number 6, he spoke about 3 governors in Nigeria, ex-former governors, Governor Daniel, Governor of Gombe, Governor of Nasarawa, who were undergoing trial, and that up till the trial started in December 2011, and by up to 2012, the trial has not been conclusive. Then number 6 or 7, he spoke about FOI bill, that even though the FOI bill is on ground and that civil societies are trying to test the case and all that, that they've only gotten 1 judgment in 1 year. And finally, he then spoke about President Goodluck Jonathan, that President Goodluck Jonathan was challenged by a civil rights group to declare his assets, and that up till now, he has not done so. Let me take it from the last one. That is incorrect. I'm sorry. Whether the report is written by America or Japan, it does not matter. Fact is fact. The last statement is incorrect. Because President Goodluck Jonathan has actually declared his assets. Only that it has not been published. It has not been published in the newspaper, which the law does not recommend and the law does not say. He has done what is needful and what is right and what is lawful. That has been done. So that report is defective as to that number 7. When you go around the whole report, there's nothing new in it.
That's very
let me land, please. In all the other items, what the American report was quarreling about was our judicial system. Saying that they are surprised that after 12 months, judgments in the governor's cases have not been sorted out. Yes, I forgot about El Rufai, not El Rufai. The Farouk Lawan and Otedola, they also mentioned that even though the case is in court, no judgment has been. Our criminal administrative system is we know it's defective. That is why the government has now done a bill that they're taking to the assembly to correct this. We also know that our cases in Nigeria are unduly delayed. The judges talk about it, the lawyers talk about it. Litigants talk about, everybody talks about it, and that is why they are reforming them. That's why I'm saying that, these are an aggregate of collections of things that we Nigerians ourselves have said. The Americans have not done anything new. But what they're just complaining about, there are 2 things they're complaining about. That, there's a lot of delay in our getting judgment, which is true, and which I believe everybody is trying to, do you know that for a fact, that in Nigeria today, if you have a case at the High Court, you're probably not aware of this, and the case has been going on for 3 years, and the judge is now promoted to appeal court, and a new judge comes, you start the case again from the beginning. The witnesses may have died, they may have moved. So these are part of the things that are not okay in our system. We don't need America to tell us that. We know that ourselves. The present CJN is already, if they're telling us that the judges are corrupt, we know. And, something is being done about them. All right? 3 judges have lost their jobs. 15 judges have their jobs on the line.
But if that report hadn't come out, Dr. Okupe, you would agree, no one would have known that the president had declared his asset. Because that was a major talking...
that is not correct. The president on public television, was questioned, and he said, I have declared my asset, and it is with the public bureau or whatever. Yes. And that is what the law requires him to do. What people are saying that come and declare assets at National Stadium, all right? That the law does not say that.
I don't think that.
Did he declare it as the president or as vice president?
As everything that he has been, as president, as acting president, as vice president, acting president, and president, it's been done. Well, and anybody, there's an FOI bill. Anybody can go to that place and request for it. It is no longer in the purview of the presidency. It isn't.
We do remember very clearly that particular interview where
you were there now.
Where the president
you were there.
Criticized me to highest heavens. I don't give a damn. We remember very clearly.
No, but did he say that was
the response? In terms of publicly declaring his assets.
Yeah,
but let me quickly take you to one of the things you were quoted as saying. About the U.S. report. I don't know if this is directly from you, but it says it's a scrap from abroad my foot. It's all an embodiment of reports written here and it was lifted into a document in the United States and presented to the Secretary of State. Did you ever say that?
The word. I just repeated what I just said here now. I just said the same thing. I just told you
that the report
there's nothing.
And the report is crap.
I don't know about being scrap or not. My point is that there's nothing unique in that report. That's the truth. I say that, and I'll say it anywhere.
But you know, the thing is this.
Is there something new that you did not know about in that report? Let me also say, I forgot to say something that the report said. The report itself admits that the EFCC is currently prosecuting over 50 cases, of corrupt practices, but they complain that the pace is slow and that judgments are not being given, as fast as they want. In America and Europe, they have evolved to such an extent, and the judiciary is extremely efficient and effective. I mean, up till today, you go to some of the high courts, people are still writing in long hands. All right, judges are still writing in long hands. They don't do that anywhere else. All right. So, and these are the things that affect, dispensation of criminal justice.
The question is, what kind of impression does an outsider get? Even Nigerians, you said here that I've studied it. A market woman in Nigeria knows these things. I've read the report, I've studied it, and contrary to what you think, it does not indict this federal government
Correct.
at all.
I stand by that. It does not. I told you. For one day, I was scared. I could not read it. Give me some measure of respect.
Because they had something. You thought you had something new in it.
I thought maybe they have unearthed something serious, something very, very catastrophic, and they have condemned the government. I couldn't find it. But it was not there.
Everything.
They just told me. I mean, they've just written everything that I know. That even your cameraman here knows. Everybody knows. We know about Lawan Farouk. We know about Tedola. We know about Hassan.
Dr.
We know about police camp. Hold on a second.
Agreed.
There's an issue there.
Agreed. We know all of these things.
Yes.
I think the question is, what is being done about it?
God bless you.
That is the question we're asking.
God bless you. God bless, and I will answer that for the 200th time. Even that report itself says that people have been taken to court. I've just told you. That report says that EFCC is already handling 50 cases. All right? So, it has already left the purview of the presidency. It has already left the purview of the investigation agencies. It is now directly sitting in the judiciary. And guess what? Let me tell you something. Two things I will tell you now. Two things. One is that people must also give credit. Can I have some water? People must also give credit. People must also give credit to this administration. Because these corruptions that we are talking about have been in existence long before this administration came. Subsidy scam has been going on forever. Police pension scam, not just police pension, also other pensions. There are a lot of scams going on in those places. It was this administration that unearthed them, brought them out. And now you are hanging that misdemeanor on the people. I
don't think that's not how Nigerians remember the story. We remember that the way the narrative went was that the federal government was going to take away subsidy because of the corruption that was fought in it. Before then, nobody cared about the corruption. As far as they bought petrol at 67 naira per litre, nobody was bothered about it. It was when the debate about whether or not to take away petrol subsidy came up that all of this was unearthed, and I would dare say that it was not by the executive arm of government initially. This was done by the House of Representatives. We saw the Senate as well.
The House of Representatives.
Unless, of course, you now want to say that that is all a part of the federal government, and as such, the president can take credit for it.
No, you know that also the most thorough and the most credible forensic investigation that was carried out on this subsidy was the one headed by Agi Mokode, and that is the one that was actually used.
We also saw the debate on that. We saw the row that came up with that. And we know that the Agi Mokode committee was inaugurated much later after the House of Representatives.
Correct. But the point still remains that it was this government that brought this thing up and, took it to the investigation agencies. Okay. Fact.
All right. Let's talk about a little bit of this amnesty matter, because the thinking of some Nigerians is that they cannot understand, they can't comprehend why the government of the day will be considering granting amnesty, because they think that if they were to go ahead and grant amnesty to members of the religious sect, Boko Haram, you will encourage other people to come on. So what is the thinking of government? Are they going to accept hook, line, and sinker the recommendations of this committee?